Welcome back to Sun's Latest. Thank you to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring this video once again. Huge shout out to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring this video. As of this recording, 1,400 Sun subscribers to Sun's Latest on FanArch. I thank you. I thank you for your comments. The interaction is making this what it is. So appreciate you very, very much. Go Suns. Let's get to our quote of the day, which is hysterical. Our ceiling is through the roof. Josh Smith. Gotta let that one sink in. An incredible in-game dunker, like top 20 all-time in-game dunker. Spent most of his career with the Hawks. I know he ended with the Clippers, and he just quietly disappeared. But man, Josh Smith, that guy was a whole dunk contest all by himself. I actually miss guys like that. 6'8", tiny power forward, but God, could he fly, and God, could he dunk. Suns fun fact. Since just before Christmas, the best team in the NBA has been your 9-2 Phoenix Suns. Remember, I said this before the Heat game. I thought you'd like to know that. Since December 23rd, we have gone 9-2. No small feat. Suns at Heat last night. Bouye still out with concussion protocol, finally estimated back today. So hopefully he plays against the Pistons tomorrow night. Jalen Green estimated return Saturday, the 17th. I think that's the Knick game. So let's get to this game. Not shooting well from three from the get-go, especially in the first half. 5 for 21, 1 for 8 from Dillon Brooks, and 19 for 49 from inside the three-point line in the first half. It's a big pile of yuck. Heat not killing us as much as we were killing ourselves. 71-54 Heat with the lead at the half. That is a monster deficit, and the worst matchup for us because they got Bam Adebayo, another big mobile banging center, defensive-minded guy. We weren't really staying in the game. We just didn't get completely blown out. Grayson Allen with the touch in the first half, 5 for 8 and 3 for 6 on threes. He's getting his legs back under him, obviously, after the pain in the ass of the injury. Could we possibly turn this around? What team could possibly turn around an almost 20-point deficit but the Phoenix Suns? To start the second half, now we're down by 20. Then, with 9:17 left in the third, Book called for an offensive foul, and smart Coach Ott challenged it, and we won. 2 free throws for Book, and then a 13-0 run by your Phoenix Suns. 92-92 to end the third. So we're down by 20 to start the second half. 20 points is a lot to make up in one quarter. And I mentioned this before, and I've heard this from pros. Playing from behind, it's like playing 2 games. And the team ahead is just playing their game. They got up by 20. They earned it. They can relax. You have to scrap and scrap and scrap. So 20 is a lot to make up in one quarter. So in the fourth, Colin Gillespie makes a 3, and we had the freaking lead with like just over 9 to go. Heat center Bam Adebayo at 29. Really good game. Mark Williams had no answer for him. Nobody had an answer for him. And a couple of daggers in the final few minutes. Norman Powell at 27 sealed it for the Heat. Powell hit a 3 with just under a minute to go. This was kind of an inches game once the fourth quarter hit. Dillon Brooks called for a flagrant with about 11 seconds left. Felt like frustration from him. And it was a tough loss. But the Heat always compete, and you got to show up in Miami ready to go. 127-121. It wasn't a blowout. You thought it was going to be. Suns did what they could. It was in the Heat's house. Hard place to win. I don't care what the record is. They're always going to compete. We just couldn't make up for the terrible start. But again, your Phoenix Suns in it until the last minute. 3-game winning streak snap. Yeah, it's kind of a letdown, right? Book and Grayson both with 25. Grayson 9 for 19, 6 for 14 on threes. Book played 40 minutes, 6 for 19, 1 for 5 on threes. God, a few more threes from Book. 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Did not miss a free throw. He made all 11 of his free throws. 18 points and 8 for 13 and 14 rebounds. Good game from Mark Williams. Didn't really know what to do with Bam. 1 for 10 from 3 for Dillon Brooks. I think when he's like at 1 for 7, Coach Ott needs to tell him to get in the lane and make the turnaround. 25 and 11, 24 though. I mean, it's not a bad game. It's just really bad from 3 though. Colin Gillespie back on track with 13 points on 4 for 8, 3 for 7, and 5 rebounds. Other than Grayson, not a good night for the bench. I didn't see Isaiah Livers even on the bench. We out-rebounded the Heat 48-41. Only 12 turnovers, 19 for 20 on free throws. That's 95%. I think that's our best free throw shooting night of the year. But from the regular field, Miami shot lights out at 52%, and we were at 43 and 29% from 3. Too big of a hole. And I'm not going to rip on our team too much. Road game, really good effort. We almost won. We almost came really close to winning, as I said, and I'll say it for the last time. You got to come and compete against the Heat, and I don't care what the record is, and I don't care that they're an East Coast team. You have to compete against them. We are at the Pistons tomorrow on the 15th, and that will not be the easiest game. So, that being said, let us move on. let's get to your comments. Anonymous Rex, Rich, you have created a community, not just a channel. Yeah, it does feel like that, doesn't it? When I open up the YouTube app to watch the latest edition of Suns Latest, it feels like I'm hanging out with some friends who share a love for basketball and the Phoenix Suns. No other channel has this feel. You are to be commended for that. A very humble thank you. I think we're all contributing to that feel because it's all about the love, man. You got to love basketball. You got to love your team. There doesn't have to be anything else. It can actually be that simple. That simple. Very humble thank you. But we have created this community, you and BYB Boxing and Nico and Cisco and Curious Minds 25 and Nevetsov and Mr. DeCasso and so many other of you who comment and make this community a community. So this is all on y'all. So I appreciate that very much. It's important to express love for your team and love for the sport as well. AZ Living FF, I think you are brand new, so welcome. Great video. Thank you. I just heard that we have the best record in the NBA since Christmas. Yeah, I mentioned that at the top of the episode. Let's keep it going. I also agree with you. Instead of trading key role players, let's have a stretch fully healthy. I think it's important that we see what we got fully healthy. We don't know entirely what we have yet. We can potentially have a team that just rocks the entire league. Kind of doing that. Love your videos and keep up the great work. Well, that was really nice. Thank you. Yeah, 9-2 since 12-23, the best record in the league. John C. Cortez, I think you are new too, so welcome to Suns Latest, and thanks for commenting. I'm from Houston, and Rockets fan, but overall basketball fan. Important to be a basketball fan first before you go crazy homer for your own team. Important to be a basketball fan first, as I am. Excuse me. It made no sense to me why, after seeing the failure that the glorified journeyman Kevin Durant was in Phoenix, was to make the Rockets better. Phoenix definitely won the trade. Welcome, Rocket and basketball fan. It's an important distinction. I'm a huge Suns fan and even a bigger basketball fan. I think if Fred VanVleet hadn't gotten injured, the Rockets would be running over everyone. He was the quarterback, wily, steely, talented veteran who could calm the team down. It's a young team other than KD. It really is. So KD is an improvement wherever he goes. Your scoring just simply goes up. But the team, here's my main criticism of Kevin Durant. The team he goes to has to acquiesce to his playing style, as his game is his game. It's one-dimensional. If you have a decent team already for him to work within that system, everyone else has to bend to his style, not the other way around. So, and he's not a great facilitator. Kevin Durant can do it all. He chooses not to do everything. He can do it all. I always thought Kevin Durant could be a top 10 defender. He doesn't even have to try that hard. But then again, everyone has to change what they do to the detriment of what they do well. Case in point, Devin Booker last year. He still had a good year, but Booker was waiting for KD to get settled. He was deferring. And if you're a dog, it's hard to defer. But Devin Booker, great team player. Your Rockets are really good, so talented, no nonsense, and smart coach, even if he can be a jerk, but there's no floor leadership. They don't have it. You would think the 37-year-old KD would assume that role, but it's not in his nature to verbally lead. He just does his one thing. And that is my criticism. He's so very good at it, you can't really ask him to do anything less, but he cannot bend. He can only do this one thing. He does it as good as anybody who's ever played the game. But it can discombobulate a team. Just saying. Rockets will still scare everybody. The Suns can't beat them. Got to be honest. But until they get a specific direction or acquire a veteran point guard, it's coming up. We'll find out. They're going to have some bad moments. I appreciate you watching. Code JM, I think that's your name. Hello, I think you're new too. Am I the only one who thinks Man is the answer to our 4 problem? Just play him there. He might be a better help defender than we know. Look, I think we all see the potential, but I also believe Coach Ott knows him better than we do, and his limited minutes and time in the G League tell me that Coach doesn't think he's ready. What I see is Man is already a really good and willing defender, but other than alley-oops, not much of an offensive game. Again, he has the potential, and agreed, he's got really good feet. He might be a better help defender than we know. I don't know. I'm really at a loss with Man. You can see it. I don't think he's ready either. Curious Mind 2525. Hello, sir. I agree the Suns could use a true starting caliber power forward. However, who can the Suns really get without giving up too much? I feel the additional 20 points per game scoring the Suns get when Green returns, along with the swarming defense the Suns are perfecting, can easily offset the impact an opposing power forward will have on the Suns in the playoffs. Okay, that's a theory. I think, as we all know, when the playoffs come around, things get tight, rotations get smaller. You need a banger. That's my only criticism of the Suns team. I think between Ryan Dunn, Royce O'Neal, Dylan Brooks, and hopefully Isaiah Livers, who is he's all over the place. Maybe we can get by. But we do need Jalen Green, and we need Grayson Allen, and we need all these guys healthy. You mentioned Bobby Portis before, right? He's the only guy I think who would slide right into Coach's system. Like Bobby Portis is basically doing what the Suns do as a unit. Plays D, gets boards, gritty, great teammate. Got your back. Not sure the Bucks are shopping him, but I also believe the Bucks owners want a full team enema other than the Greek Freak. If Green is brought along slowly and we integrate him into the offense to spell book and he buys into it, we'll be even better. I think Colin Gillespie is still figuring it out with Allen back and Green looming. His shooting is off lately, except not for last night. I also just got word from Curious Mind 2525 that as soon as Green is ready, he's in the starting lineup. And I understand it. I don't 100% agree with it, but I completely understand it. So, I mean, there's stuff coming up. We're going to find out very soon because a lot of change is coming. But it's the good kind of change. So fast breaks, buzzer beaters, and block parties are back. And Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower in stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Get your picks right. You could win up to 5,000 times your cash. This week on Underdog, I'm looking at selecting the Suns' Devin Booker for higher than 27 points and the Pistons' Cade Cunningham for lower than 27 points tomorrow night as the Suns go against the Pistons. Download the app today and use promo code BASKETBALLFAN. Score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Basketball Fan. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Alrighty. So let's get to your NBA news. This is really just Sun stuff. There's not a lot going on. What was it? Jaylen Brown got fined, and he told the league to fine him after moaning about the refs. He had a point. Their coach had the best news conference. He just kept saying moving. He kept saying illegal screen, illegal screen, illegal screen. That was his answer to every possible question after the Celtics lost, I think, to the Pacers. And the league admitted that it was a moving screen and it screwed him up. And I don't think he's going to get fined. He might, but at least they admitted they were wrong. So here's a thought about the Suns. The Suns' identity is meeting how the game is being called and played. Defense, pressure, passing instead of dribbling or working, less whistles, more flow. And defensively, we're good at capitalizing on flow. Even though we're regimented and we have a scheme, it seems like Coach Ott, at least on the offensive end, lets us kind of see what we're doing. I mean, he definitely lets us fly from three. Know what the Suns don't do? They don't complain after every single call or non-call that doesn't go their way. Like so many superstars on so many teams. A few seasons ago, I thought Book was heading down that road. My dad pointed it out. He says, Booker's got to stop stopping play just because he doesn't get a call. Even if he clearly got hammered, it's like, get back on defense. And it looks like Booker has figured that one out. I think our guys are so used to not getting the benefit of the doubt that they're now numb to it, and they just keep playing. Except for Dylan Brooks, who gets flagrants in the last 11 seconds. The one thing we need to remember is refs, good or bad, on the take or not, are human, and the human element plays a part in how they call a game. If someone like Luka Doncic, for example, who believes he gets fouled whenever someone attempts to defend him, or someone like LeBron, who when he throws up a horrible shot, screams at the ref for a foul because how could he possibly miss a shot? Eventually, as good as those guys are, the refs will give them one to shut them up. But if they keep doing it, the refs tune them out. And then the press conference after, there's all this passive-aggressive crap from these guys saying, well, the refs. So it's really important to keep it in the back of your head that, it doesn't matter that it's a ref. It doesn't matter that he's supposed to be a robot. It's a human being. Eventually, as good as they are, the ref will tune them out. Our guys can give a ref an earful, but usually get back to playing. And that's something else to love about this team. We don't bitch and moan so much, and that's pretty important. All right, so let's get to trivia. So drafted in 2015 with the 13th pick, how many seasons with the Suns did Devin Booker have to endure until he had a winning season? Nobody commented, unless somebody did, and I didn't catch it. So I apologize if I spoke too soon. How many losing seasons did Devin Booker play? I know he had 70 against the Celtics in one of them. 5 5 seasons with not even being 500. His rookie year, 2015, we were 23-59. 2016, next year, 24-58. The third year, 21-61. It was getting worse. The fourth year, 19-63 in 2018. Oh my God, that's really bad. 2019, fifth year, 34-39. We went 8-0 in the bubble, but that's not a full season. 2020, sixth year, 51-21, trip to the finals. Can you imagine all those losing seasons? Nothing, nothing, nothing. And then the bubble happened. And then Chris Paul happened. And then we went 51-21 in a shortened season, and we go to the finals. I forgot how bad the Suns were for so long with Book. So, yeah, 5 grueling, horrible seasons for our buddy Devin Booker. But look where he is now. Pretty consistent, good team lately. All right, so Wednesday trivia. What's the most amount of All-Stars the Suns have had in one All-Star game? So, yes, like we've had one guy go, maybe 2 guys go. Have we had 3 guys go? Have we had 4 guys go? What's the most amount of All-Stars we had at one time in one All-Star game? Let's see. And it's happened 3 times. And one of those 3 times, it was the same 3 guys. That is your trivia. And that's all I got. We are against the Pistons tomorrow. They are a very good team this year, but I think we match up well with them. We're going to have to figure it out. Remember, Monty Williams, former Suns coach, is not coaching the Pistons anymore. They got J.B. Bickerstaff, who knows a thing or two about basketball. All right, I think that is it. Oh, I want to also remind you, this is the second go-around for me reading this book about Pistol Pete Maravich. This book will gut you. It is absolutely incredible, and I find myself, it's one of those books where you go back and forth with, God, I love Pistol Pete Maravich, and I love his dad, Press Maravich, and you're like, what's wrong with these two? They're nuts. The obsession is the heart of the book, the obsession with basketball and where it lands as far as importance. It's a heartbreaking, phenomenal book. It's not just about basketball. It's about a father and a son. And I get the book. Read the book. That's all I got for you. I appreciate you watching Suns Latest. I have been Rich Rubin. Thank you for subscribing. Remember, when you sign up for Suns Latest on FanArch, you are no longer a sub. You are a Sunscriber. You are off the bench. You're in the starting lineup, and you're going to help beat the Pistons. Go Suns.